from. Sonali could not guess where this water came from. She did not see the waves that approached towards them. So she thought that water would have come out from the underground. The jeep engine gave a snarling sound. The water gradually increased and came up of their chest. Sonali and her husband Steve lifted the two kids as they could to avoid their faces sinking the water, but it was not an easy task due to this increase of the flood. We can visualize the pathetic scene how both Sonali and her husband keep holding their children up inside the floating jeep. However, while they were struggling between life and death in a flood of water, Sonali could see terror with wide open eyes and mouth. Sonali did not have have not time to turn around and look at it because the jeep turned over her side. In the end of the extract, Sonali does not mention about her sons and husband. It's quite clear that they were no more with her. They would have taken by the flood to somewhere else. Then she was trapped under the jeep and flattened by it. She even can't decrease the pain because the jeep is over her. At last, when she opened the eyes, she saw the smoky and gray. This is the extract of this. This is the extract of the wave. If you see the themes, there are unexpected natural disaster and their impacts. Then the love and affection of the mother. Then the nature of humanity. Thank you.
Thank you, Vidya. Next, I call Arnavi to speak about To the Evening Star, which was composed by William Blake. This poem speaks about the evening star is the first star that one sees in the sky after the sunset. William Blake created this poem to show the social problems in British during the industrialization. Humanity was underestimated very often at that time. Now we will see how evening star worships as a goddess.
To the Evening Star by William Blake. William Blake is popular for his poetry collections. This poem centers on the evening star. However, the poet more specifically refers to the goddess Venus. Venus is also the second planet in the solar system and the sister planet of our Earth. It appears just after the dusk. According to the poet, the fair-haired angel of the evening, while the sun rests on the mountains, put her radiant crown and rule over the landscape with her silvery aura. Moreover, when the night is about to over, the star as a guardian spirit of the evening protects every creature. The poem consists of 40 lines, and the poet maintains the flow of the poem by using the internal rhyming pattern. To the evening star with a when he uses this to the evening star with a metaphor. Here the poet uses an allusion to the Roman goddess of beauty, fertility, and desire. Along with that, in this metaphor, the poet compares the evening star to an angel having fair hair with fair hair. In the next line, the poet uses personification. Readers can find the use of enchantment in the third and fourth lines. The devising present throughout the poem. Thereafter, in Silver Dew, the poet makes use of monotony. Moreover, the phrases west wing and speak silence contain alliteration. Lastly, the poem ends with a rhetorical exclamation. The poem begins with a direct reference to the evening star as an angel. When the sun sets behind the mountain, the star appears in the sky. According to the poet, the evening star's light is the bright torch of love at the time. So the evening star is a symbol of love too. Moreover, the speaker requests the angel to put on her radiant crown and smile upon the evening bed. Here, the poet metaphorically compares the star to a leader who protects the world in the evening. According to the second stanza, speaker tells the star to smile upon their loved ones. It seems that the angelic star becomes pleased to see her children in happiness. Moreover, the poet says the evening star to draw the blue curtains of the sky and scatters the silver dew on every flowers. When the flowers shut their sweet eyes in timeless sleep after sunset, the evening star blesses them with her silver dew. Apart from that, the speaker requests the star to let her west wing sleep on the lake. As the west wing is a symbol of destructions, he requests the angel to calm the spirit of the winds. Thereafter, he tells the evening star to speak silently with her glimmering eyes to highlight the sensitive beauty of the nature. In the latter part of the poem, To the Evening Star, the poet requests the star of the evening to wash the dusk with silver. From this section, the poem takes a quick turn of the theme of experience. However, the star is going to disappear in the night sky very soon. Then the wolf and the lions are symbolized to the evil characters will come out and scroll through the dark forest. The poet knows her absence will lead the evil character to capture the landscape completely. However, at the last, a speaker conveys the angel to protect the fleece of our flocks with her sacred dew. It seems as long as her love and holy can protect the innocent ones. Even though the poem is listed under the theme of nature, it doesn't act as an appreciation of nature. The poet rather uses the elements of nature to draft the complex and criticize the human world it needs for protection and the products which surround it. Thank you for hearing.
Thank you, Ranami. Next, I call Barnton to speak about The Clown's Wife. This poem discusses the main theme, that is personal life versus professional life. Now I call Barnton.
Good evening, everyone. Today I am going to make a presentation on the topic of The Clown's Wife. The poem Clown's Wife, which is written by John Agard, discusses about the difference between the professional life and the personal life, and the difference between the reality and the fake reality. Uh, the poem starts with the rhetorical questions. It seems to be questioned by his uh, wife. The whole poem is narrated by the wife. In the first line, he asked uh, about my husband, the clown. What could I say? The word order changed here. The technique used is the anastrophe. It seems to be the clown of a wife is uneducated to tell the word in order. Uh, he seemed to be hesitated and pathetic nature and helpless of the wife. because he doesn't know anything about his husband, the clown. The profession clown seem to be the uneducated job and a poor job. This is the conclusion of the wife too. In the next line, on stage, he is a different person. He says that on the stage, he with the funny clothes and the mouse on and the red nose seem to be very funny, and he's the different person here. There, up there, he is a king on the throne. The king is the very powerful one who rules all over the country. Here also on the stage, he is the only one who can't be questioned by the audience, and he uses actions to make people funny. But at home, you should hear him more. But at the home, without the funny clothes and the red nose, he seemed to be very sad and by the problems and the economic problems. He in the other lines, the moment he walks through that door without that red nose and the funny clothes, he seemed to have the world on his shoulder. The world on his shoulder uh, symbolizes the responsibility to take care of his family. The wife is very sad about his husband because he doesn't learn about the fake illusions like the clown on stage. Then she tries to make the clown happy. The the job is like a clown, but the wife tries to make the clown's clown because he tries to make the clown be happy as using the his job clown. It seemed to be very hard to make the clown very happy, but the clown can make other people on the stage very happy, but he is not happy in his mind, and he is very sad, and he has many problems to face in his life. The wife also tells but he doesn't say exactly how he feels. We think mm, I think that the uh, clown is hesitated to tell his problems to his wife because he can say, uh, love his wife, and she thinks that the wife who should not be sad or take care of the problems. In the other way, she thinks that she is not mature enough to take over these problems. The wife uses 5 different heavy tasks to cheer up the clown as juggle with eyes, turn cartwheels, telling jokes, and latest card tricks. But it it indicates his very love and passion towards his husband. The turning cartwheels make some physical injuries, but the wife doesn't care about it. His only aim is to make the clowns very happy. In the last line, oh life, a life, what would I do without the clown of a wife? The husband also loves his wife, so he he thinks about his wife and his family, but he can't manage to uh, manage his problems in the family and he the fake illusions. The clown is unable to make up his family and who couldn't entertain himself in the world. It indicates the indifference between the family members and wife and the husband. The how clown's wife and the clown is not the named are not told here because the characters are universalized here because we can see many people are like these peoples. For that, the poet uses many themes such as indifference, fake illusions, non-reality, and etc. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhajan. Next, um, I decided to speak about the poem A Bird Came Down the Walk, which was written by Emily Dickinson. This poem is about reality of the nature. The creation of nature, animals, birds, and other living creatures can survive with the association and cooperation extend to each other mutually. Man need not to interfere with it. So today I would like to speak about A Bird Came Down the Walk. The poem A Bird Came Down the Walk was written by the famous American poetess Emily Dickinson. In this poem, the poetess tells something about the reality of the nature. This reality of nature is revealed through a minor incident. Through this minor incident, through this minor everyday incident, the poetess gives an idea that the nature should be disturbed for no reasons. It should be allowed to have its own course. In this poem, the bird creation of nature by itself acts as a spokesman for nature. On one side, the poetess tells the readers that nature is self-sufficient, so it can depend on itself for its existence. So the bird creation of nature can very well survive on with what's available in nature. The poet brings a conflict to show how man spoils nature. The angleworm and the crumb in this poem represent nature and urbanization respectively. The crumb makes the bird to fly away from its natural setting towards its softer home, another natural place. The bird's disappearance is so fast that the poet compares it to an or dividing the water or butterfly leaping off. In this poem, we find a bird hopping about for food. Catches a boat. It catches a worm and eats it. He satisfies his thirst by drinking the dew from the grass. The bird is not aware that the narrator is there. He hops towards a wall. It doesn't attack the beetle that it sees, probably because it's not hungry. Mm. The central theme conveyed in the poem A Bird Came Down the Walk is the wonder of nature or mystery of nature. The poetess analyzes this theme focusing on her attention to different aspects of nature. One aspect of nature is its beauty. The bird in this poem can be regarded as one of the significant members of nature. It appears in the poem by eating an angleworm. This bird approached the prey in a graceful manner. A bird came down the walk. Birds usually fly in the sky. They usually alight on the high places or places like top branches of trees, rocks, etc. So they can comment natural scenes of our day-to-day life. Nevertheless, it is a rare opportunity to see a bird on a path having a prey and hopping sidewise. This scene really makes our mind relaxed and brings delight to our eyes when we are engaged in a monotonous daily routine. After satisfying his appetite, he drinks dew from a grass to quench his thirst. Again, it is a rare scene for us to see a bird drinking from a grass. Especially the city dwellers are unfortunate to see such a living natural places. Moreover, the gentleman behavior of the bird hopping sideways towards the wall to let a beetle pass enhances the beauty of the natural scene. The bird's eyes are compared to frightened beads. These similar beads reveal that the bird's eyes are shining and beautiful. The poetess used the word like glance, rapid eyes, hurried, frightened beads, stared, his velvet head, etc. denote that the bird is frightened and it expects some danger from its environment. The bird vigilant is not in vain. The moment the narrator throws crumbled, he unrolled his feathers and flew towards his softer home. This is the climax of the scene. The bird acted so because he felt a sense of insecurity and danger about him. He feels safe in his softer home. The quickness of the bird's disappearance is compared to two other situations, that is to two other similes. The quickness of the bird's movement is seen in the line, though oars divide the oars and two silver for a same. When the oarsman uses his oars every time, the water divides, but it soon gets together without losing time. The poetess then says that the frightened, excited bird flew away like butterflies. Oars of noon leap fleshless as they swim. Here the poetess compares the quiet movement of the bird with the quickness of the butterfly. When analyzing the theme of nature with a rapid speed, nature has taught this bird to be courteous. It always feels that there is danger all around it. The moment the narrator offers it a breadcrumb, it refuses it and flies away quickly. This is an indication how urbanization has made many organisms to lose their dwelling places. So man is responsible for destroying their natural place of living. Man has destroyed many natural places for his own benefits. So nature is endangered in many ways. Otherwise, nature is self-sufficient and self-supportive. Nature is a creation of God. All living things can live there happily, but human activities hinders nature. Man here has no right to do this. Nature should be allowed to have its own course. Um, at the same time, Dickinson advises man to admire the natural creations of nature from a distance. Pure and natural beauty of birds and animals can be seen only when they are living in wild habitats, but not by domesticating them or keeping them in zoos. But it is better to leave them alone to be in their natural habitats. When analyzing the theme of nature, it is obvious that all the humans, flora, and fauna are interdependent and interrelated. They live as the members of one family. According to the poem, the speaker represents human, whereas the bird represents the bird's world. Hence, there should be a cordial interaction with one another. The poetess uses many techniques to convey her theme here. The poetess has used sound effects, especially in third stanza, using alterations, assonance, and onomatopoeias. These techniques are used to describe disturbed state of the bird. She uses alliterations like all about, assonance like rapid eyes, and onomatopoeia like hurried and stirred, etc. The poetess is successful because she has taken a word and the image of the bird is reality. The poetess makes use of above techniques with many other devices to convey her theme successfully. Thank you. Next, I like to call. Next, I would like to call. Uh, Bibu Sayan to speak about To the Evening Star.
Good evening, all of you. Today I am going to tell about To the Evening Star. This is a nature poem. The poet was William Blake, and this is a ode and sonnet, 14 lines poems. Let's see the background of the poem. In the 18th century, it can be introduced the country's economy was good, but the human values are in darkness because of high industrialization, and the society was running in a rat race to earn money and climb up on a social ladder. In that society, there are three types: rich people, middle people, and poor people. During that time period, British has faced many problems such as prostitution, pollution, and also corruption and economic imbalance. Because of this, some artists escape from the reality and become to describe the nature. And some of them are William Wordsworth, John Keats, and Emily Dickinson. Are the escapists who escape from the reality and are later called as romantics. William Wordsworth, John Keats, and William Blake are the three types of era poets in that time period. First one, William Wordsworth. He escaped from the reality and fully described the nature. And next one, John Keats, who also similar to Wordsworth, but his poems are the end beginning of the poem telling the or describing the nature, but the end of the poem telling the truth or reality. And next one, William Blake, who is the non-escapist, and he is opposite to others, and his poems are telling the truth and reality, and his poem contain socio-political corruption and death. Okay, now let's see the poem. First line, two fair-haired angel of the evening. In the first line, the poet addresses the fair-haired angel as the Venus, the second planet of the solar system, and the name was given Roman and Greek goddess who prayed for her beauty, love, and fertility. And here is a metaphor used that the shining star has addresses as a or described as a beautiful goddess. In the second line, now will the sun rest on the mountain right. Here, the evening star appear when the sun rests or set on the mountain. Here also a personification used that the poet give the sun human action that the sun is resting on the mountain. Next line, thy bright torch of love and thy right radiant crown. Here is a metaphor that the love is light up with a bright torch and among the sky and spray all over. Here, thy radiant crown. It is a personification that the Venus is wearing a radiant crown, and it is saying the when the evening star come with her wearing her radiant crown, it is showing her superiority power and the leading of mankind as a king to remove the darkness with her holy power. Next line, smile on our love and put on and smile upon our evening bed. Here, the poet say the people blessing or request to sleep or rest on our earth evening bed. Next some line, smile on our loves, and while thou rovest the blue curtains of the sky, scatter thy silver dew on every flower that shut its sweet eyes. In timely sleep, let thy west wind sleep on. Here, the poet says the people that request that evening star to do, and the poet that requests to evening star to help and protect the people. And also here, the blue curtains of the sky is a metaphor that the sky is described as blue curtains. And also here in flowers, the poet give her flower that human appearance, sweet eyes. Next one, the poet giving the west wind to sleep. Here is a human action that is sleeping. Next one, and wash the dust with silver. Here, the poet saying the or requesting the evening star to remove the dust or remove the darkness with her silver or pure power. Example, Christian use holy water to pure sacred day. Next one, soon full soon, dost thou withdraw. Then the wolf rages wide, and the lion glares through the dun forest. Here, when the night or darkness come, the evening star will disappear, and the wolf rages. Here, when the evening star will disappear, the situation will become or time will become hard and difficult to people, and danger will overcome or overrule. And in last line, the fleeces of our flocks are covered with thy sacred dew. Protect them with thine influence. Last line, the poet blessing or request the evening star to protect our people with her holy power or supreme power. And also, the poet described the people as shepherds of flocks and with pure fleeces, and protect them with the sacred dew of the evening star. Thank you.
Thank you, Vibhishayan. Next, I call Abhishek to speak about Farewell to Balanced Secondary.
The poem Farewell to Balanced Country by A. Houseman. The poem Farewell to Balanced Country was written by the reputed English poet Alfred Edward Houseman. This poem's emotional episode of a conflict murder by the narrator in the murder occurs in a farm. This poem is based on a murder committed by narrator. This incident is exposed in a rural farming area. In the incident of the poem, the narrator had killed his own brother Myris for a love affair. Then narrator feels that he had killed his brother and underwent to a frustrating situation. After that, he decided to go away from his hometown. He brings how the narrator's brother lied and also told he had killed Myris with his knife. Then he tells and feels about his mother and tells she will be alone from today night and he worries about his mother. Then he tells bye to the instruments in the farm, such as sigh and reed. Then he tells to his lover to find a good pair for her and also tells about a festival Lamastine, which was celebrated by farmers on August 1st. If we going to deep analyze in the poem, the first stanza, farewell to bed and stack country, farewell to servant shore. Terence, look your last at me, for I come home no more. Here he tells goodbye for the barn, stack, tree, and servant shore. It can be the servant shore can be taken as a river or his town. By the farewell, he is saying goodbye by the ancient English. And here the narrator brings an unpersonified character, Terence. His relationship with the narrator was not mentioned in this poem, but he's the main victim. He may see that the narrator kills while the narrator kills his brother Myers. And also to while look, you are last at me, for I come home no more. Says that the narrator won't come back to the town anymore. In the second stanza, the sun burns on the half moon hill. By now the blood is dry, and miles amongst the haze lies still, and my knife is in his side. By the line, the sunburn of the half moon hill shows that the farm was located in a mountain hill area and it was half moon. In the first line, the narrator brings the hyperbole by the word the sun burns. And the last three lines in the second stanza, it reveals the murder of Myris by the narrator. And he tell by the line, by now the blood is dry. We can see that the narrator has killed him a few minutes or few hours ago. And my knife in his side shows that the narrator had killed his brother Myris with a knife.
In the third stanza, my mother thinks us long away. This time the field were mouth. She had two sons rising day. Tonight she'll be alone. By the line shift, the narrator feels about his mother and also tells that she had two sons that the narrator and the mother is raising at the day, and tonight they will be alone. That means the Maris has dead and the narrator had killed Myris, and also the narrator have planned to go away from the town by depression. In the fourth stanza, and here's a bloody hand to shake, and oh man, here's a goodbye. We'll set no more sight and ray, my bloody hands and I. This one here he tells that his right hand was covered with blood, and we can see that the right hand, because he tells that bloody hands to shake. The most of the people use their right hand to shake. If we see in the fifth stanza, I wish you bring you pride and love to keep you clean. And I wish you stretch your lamastide racing on the green. In the fifth stanza, the poet brings a character, Lamastide. She may be the lover of the narrator and Myris, and the narrator wishes her to bring a new life partner to her and celebrate the festival Lamastide with her partner while racing at the green. The green may tells to the Lamastide to keep her life flourishing. In the last stanza, long for me the rig will wait and